great to be with you again. So much has been happening. I want to share first with you about a young woman in Pakistan. Her name is Fazilet Salman, and we'll be sharing her photo. She's given permission to do this. She's just 21 years old, and she was working in a garment factory, and she's quite a designer, making new clothes, embroidery, and she lived with her parents and her two sisters in Punjab region of Pakistan. And a few months ago, the factory general manager raped her brutally and beat her badly and warned her not to tell anybody or she would risk serious consequences and more physical violence, perhaps death. And when her mother and father found out about it, they couldn't stand for this injustice to be done to their precious daughter. And so the father went and complained to the general manager, and he was beaten brutally and later killed by people connected with the general manager in the fabric factory. And he was brutally murdered, and they sent the police, and then they charged this young woman who was the victim with the crime. And she spent some time incarcerated and is now free. But dealing with the trauma and the tragedy of being raped is horrific, unimaginable what that would be like. And then knowing that her father was murdered working to defend her and protect her has been terrible. And so the bright spot is that the girl is not giving up. She's trusting the Lord. She's a strong believer, and her family are all believers. And she got the idea and a vision from the Lord to open her own company. And what we're sharing with about today, and we'll have pictures up of this very sophisticated piece of sewing machine that can do embroidery. And her dream is to hire 15 other women who either worked in the sewing factory or in brick kilns at sometimes $1 a day is all they are paid. And the cost of this machine is $3,800, $3,880, I believe. And it includes a lot of different features. You'll see the pictures of the machine and all features and accessories and attachments. And this will give 15 women an opportunity to start their own company led by this young, brilliant entrepreneur, Fazilet. And her passion is to see other women and herself become self-sustainable with their own company. And we know in many Asian countries, including Pakistan, women are often belittled, held down, abused, or paid very low wages. But this will allow up to 15 women to earn a decent wage to take care of their own families, further their education, and work together in a Christian atmosphere, producing clothes, embroidered items, custom-made items, and also high volume production of items, even on a commercial scale. And so we ask you to pray about, pray for her, for Fazilet and her friends and their family as they're recovering from the trauma of the brutal murder of her dad and her own rape and abuse. And we're working to set up prayer groups and teams that can pray with them, to help disciple them, to help them grow in the firm foundations of the living word, and just to share and fellowship via video conferencing and meetings together and prayer times. And also to help launch them into this new business formation. And you can pray about it. We know that many people pooling their funds together can go a long way. So I ask you to pray about this almost $3,900 that would launch a sewing company, embroidery company, and employ 15 women. So thank you very much for that, and contact our office, and you can go on our website at cmm.world to give today and just put sewing machines or her name, Fazilet. Thank you so much for praying.